Hi lovely people and welcome back to my tutorial for today. I sincerely appreciate you guys for your love and your support. And please, if this is your first time of stopping by, kindly help us by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. And also touch the notification bell to let us to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So in our today's class, we shall be looking at how to make a very beautiful Boubou dress with a collar fall. Okay, so I'll be using this 3.5 yards of Ankara fabric for it. All right. So the length of the dress I'm making is 60 inches. So first, I'll get my fabric this way. Of course, you know we are not folding like so. But we are going to be folding it this way. Then I will fold again this way. Okay. Okay, like so. You can see here is sealed and here is sealed. All right. And for this tutorial, we won't be having a shoulder slope because the sleeve will be falling by itself. All right. So no need of a slope on this dress. Okay, and I'll be using this white fabric for the collar fall. Okay. But first of all, let's cut the main dress first. So for this, because I won't be opening this place up, the first thing I need to do is to take my shoulder measurements, all right? And the shoulder we are working with is 18 inches. Divide by 2 to give us 9 inches. So here I will just, from this folded part, okay, this part, I'll just take my 9 inches. Which is here, all right? So for the neckline, I'll be using neckline of 3 inches. Because you know this is supposed to be a high neck because of the collar. Okay, so I will just use 3 inches. Then for the neck depth for the back I'll be using 1.5, and for the front I will be using 4 inches. So I will just connect it to the 3 inches. Okay, so this is what we have. I'll just go ahead now and take off the back one first. I will just carefully take out this front part so as not to scatter my foldings, okay? Okay. So the next thing to do now is to mark my center part so I can be able to open it up. All right. I'll just mark this line till to my hemline. Okay, just carefully mark the center part. So from the shoulder, I would take my bust point, and the bust point measurement is 13 inches. So from my shoulder, I will mark 13 inches, okay? And the half length I'm working with is 17 inches. Then from my waistline, I will take 9 inches down for our hip line measurement. So I'll mark my hip line. Okay, now so after marking all those lines now, I will take my body measurement, that's the waist, the bust circumference, the waist circumference, and the hip circumference. Okay, so I'll be dividing my measurement by 4 inches. But remember that now our cloth is now folded into four. But this line that we mark here, this straight line here, just demarcated it. So just take it that here is two, here is two. So at this point now, this straight line now, it's four. Do you understand? So we'll be dividing all our measurements by two. Okay, but we will take the center part as the midpoint. So for example, if our bust is to be 20 inches, okay, we will now take our bust is 20 inches, divide by 2 to give us what? 10. Then why divide by 4 will give us what? 5. So at this midpoint now, we will place those 5 inches at this midpoint. Okay, so here now it will now start as a guide for us. So here we'll mark our 10 inches and we mark this one here. Hope you understood it. Okay, so this is a fitted dress button, not that so fitted. So for that, I'll be adding some inches to it for a little bit of air ease. So for our bust measurement, I added 4 inches to it. Okay, so our initial bust measurement is 47 inches plus that 4 to give us 51 inches. Divide by 2, okay, to give us 25.5. Then y divide by 4 will give us 12.75. So here we look for 12.75 at our tape, then we place it at the midpoint, okay, at this line now. So we place our 12.75 here, okay. So here we'll mark our what? Our 25.5. Our 25.5 is somewhere here. Okay, then here I will mark this 1 inch. Okay, all right. So for the waist we are working with is 43 inches. I added 6 inches extra to it to make it 49 inches. Then 49 divide by 4 to will give us 12.25. So here we'll find our 12.25 here, and divide by 2 will give us 24.5. So here we will take our 24.5. Okay, so here we take our 24.5 here. All right, then here we'll mark this place. Okay, so for this part, our hip measurement, the hip we are working with is 50 inches. I added 6 extra inches to it to make it 56 inches. Then 56 divided by 4 will give us 14 inches. So we find our 14 inches at this our tape. Place it here. Okay. Then divide by 4, divide by 2 will give us 28. All right. So we'll mark our 28 inches. We'll mark our 28 inches here. Okay. 14 inches. Then here is our 28. Then I'll just connect it. But remember that this shouldn't be a sharp connection, okay? Okay. So here, coming to those down parts here, you determine how from where to where you want to stitch. Okay, so it's either you go down by 18 inches from the hip line, or by 18 inches, or you go by 16 inches, depending on what you want. So here I'll be going down by 16 inches. You can also decide to go down by 15 inches, but I'll go down by 16 inches. Okay, because I'm not going to stitch it up down to the hemline for easy movement. All right. Okay, fine. So here, what we have here altogether is 28 inches right at the hip line. So that 28 inches, now we will take it down to the 16 inches. I'll just connect it off with a straight line down to those 16 inches. All right. Okay, so I will just go to my machine now and stitch it up. Then reaching here, I will stop. Okay, so remember that we say that the length of this our dress is 60 inches, but here I have 62 inches, so I will use the remaining inches for my folding. Okay, so at the side of this dress, you can decide to weave it, then you can also decide to fold it, but I'll be folding it up with, like, say 1 inch. Okay, coming to those upper parts, remember that we minus 1.5 at the back, then 4 at the front. Okay, and we use the neckline of 3 inches because this will be having a collar. Okay, and because of it, looking at it, you will see that the neck is small, so we'll be inserting a button at the back part. So here I'll just extend this my center line to those back parts. Okay, so I'll just notch out here. Just notch here. Okay, now also notch this part. All right. Okay, fine. So here I'll just use like 1.5 inches at the back. So I'll just make a slit at this back part. Okay, so at this back part, I will make a slit here where I'll be inserting my zip. Okay, let me mark 4.5. So I'll go ahead now and cut out my facing for this back part. Okay, I'll just bring another fabric, fold it into two, okay? Then place it like so. Okay, this way. Now place this back part. Okay, I'm just looking for a facing to close up those slits here. Okay, I can use my bias also to do that. So here I'll just mark where it will end. Here. I'll just remove it and connect it from here now to those parts. So I'll just go ahead now and cut it out this way, then this way. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll just go to my machine, cut out another piece, line it up, then use it to turn out the slit here. Okay, this slit here. To turn out the slit here. Okay. Then I will use my tape and take my round neck measurement. Alright. Okay, from here I will just measure my round neck round to this other edge. Alright. Okay, after taking my round neck measurement, I have 21.5 inches. That is 21.5. Then I added extra half an inch that I will use for my joining, so making it 22 inches. So here I have cut out my 4 pieces. Okay, so that 22 inches now I will be dividing it into 2 to give us 11 inches. All right, so here I have 14 inches here. Okay, then I have my width to be 4 inches. All right, so what I will do now is to fold that into 2 again this way. Remember I have 2 here already, and I also have 2 here, so I'll just fold it into 2 again, like so. Then that 11 inches divided by 2 again will give us 5.5, right? So from here, on this folded part, I will take my 5.5 inches, which is somewhere here. Okay, sorry, let me change the chalk. So I'll just mark my 5.5 inches, which is here. So from this point now, I will connect it down to this part, all right? This way. So this is what I will have. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Okay, I'll just connect it this way. All right, so I'll just cut out this piece this way. So here I'll be having this. So what I will do now is to go to my machine. Okay, just go to my machine now. I'll sew from here to this point. down to those points, and down to here. Okay, also from here to here to here, then to those points. Then I will now flip it up. I just turning it inside out, and I have something like this. Then after that, I will stitch up those parts. So this part now is the part that I will be attaching on the neck line. Okay, I'll do the same thing to this part. So I'll just quickly go to my machine now, use my facing to turn the button part at the back. Okay, the slit that we make there. Then I will sew up this one, turn it up, then I will use it to turn the neck, after which I will use the body measurement that we have already marked at the body part to sew it up. Then I'll come back and show you the finishing part. All right. Okay, so this is the finishing part of our dress. As you can see how we attach the collar. I also went ahead to design it with a stone. Okay, all right. And those the sleeve parts. So thank you for watching till the end. We'll meet in my next class. And please, if you're yet to subscribe, this is your first time stopping by, kindly do so by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. Love you all. Bye.